Thank you for joining us on this Friday afternoon at the Yas Marina circuit. Over the next 3 days, we hope to deliver some spectacular racing, beginning though with today's practice session. It's been a long year, but a really exciting one for the fans, the drivers, and of course the teams. What are we expecting from today's practice session?
With the Drivers' Championship still to be decided, the drivers still in the hunt will be pushing hard. But for the other teams, there's still much to fight for in terms of points in the Constructors' battle. The drivers don't really need any extra motivation, especially as quite a few of them are racing for their future.
How important is it for mechanics to keep their cool this weekend, not just the drivers? Imagine working on those cars this weekend.
Remember, once these cars are done being worked on tonight, there'll be the race cars come Sunday as well. So the preparations the mechanics are doing now are paramount.
What's going on, guys? Aarava here. Welcome back to my F1 2015 career mode. We're here today with the finale, part number 19 at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It has been a very long but fast season, really. We've just shot through this season with Sebastian Vettel. I must say, for the final time in this series, just thank you guys so much for the support. It's been absolutely mental, and it just pushed me and drive me to keep on making these episodes daily. Just absolutely so much joy to see you guys are loving this series. And, you know, we're coming to the end here with part 19. And then we'll obviously move on to different things for Season 2. But we've still got one last little job to do, and that's to finish off the title here. Obviously, Part 18 was pretty damn crazy last time out in Brazil. If you haven't seen that yet, it was uploaded yesterday. So if you haven't seen that, pause the video now. Here's your chance. Go check it out. Absolutely mental scenes. I'm going to spoil it for you now. Obviously, Hamilton had that absolutely weird kind of spin at the second last corner of Brazil. And that has meant that we are now leading the championship in this episode, so we can go into this race kind of calm, a bit more in the driving seat than we have in previous seasons on previous games, and we can just take it a bit easier. I think one of you guys commented below the permutations in the last video. I think it was if Hamilton wins this race, I have to come no lower than 5th. Now, to be honest, Abu Dhabi is a very favourite circuit of mine, at least on the older F1 games. On 2014, it was ruined a little bit by the curbs, but during practice, I got the feel of it in practice, obviously doing some laps to get the kind of setup felt out, and it felt like the kind of magic of Abu Dhabi has come back. I really do enjoy this circuit when it's kind of done right. The handling suits it, and definitely on this year's game, I'm enjoying it a lot more once more. So I'm actually going to be gunning for a podium at least, and even if we could try and top off this amazing season with a win to end it and kind of go out on a huge bang, because that's the Sebastian Vettel way, isn't it? Like, you know, I'm driving as Vettel, and, you know, if, you know, Vettel was in this sort of position, I think Vettel would kind of just, you know, he wouldn't relax. He would just go for the win again as usual, and he would try and do his best, because that is sort of the Sebastian Vettel thing to do. So I think myself, I'm also going to try and do that, try and go for the win today, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, just again, thank you so much for the support, guys. And yeah, we're here for the finale. I can't say too much else for practice, just the usual stuff, getting used to the circuit. So let's get straight into that qualifying session for the final time.
Welcome back to Abu Dhabi for this evening's qualifying session. It's nearly 5 o'clock, the cars will soon be starting their engines, and the drivers will make their way out onto the track. Qualifying should provide a great deal of excitement for the fans here and back at home. With the championship title still not decided, it could all depend on the next few minutes and who gets the upper hand.
It's back to 25 points for the win this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing who is going to get the early advantage by taking that coveted pole position.
So for the final time this season, we're here in qualifying in this beautiful red Ferrari, going out for qualifying. We're going to load up those super soft tyres, and we're going to be gunning for pole position, hopefully, to try and get the best start to the Grand Prix on Sunday. So here we are, starting the first flying lap for Abu Dhabi, chuck it into the first corner, down into 3rd gear momentarily, then back up to 4th on the exit, and coming through to this really lovely section now, swooping down the hill. And I must say, Abu Dhabi does look really spectacular. Can't wait for you guys to see the nighttime transition. That's going to be pretty damn sweet. It always is on all the Codemasters games, but I feel now finally with the current gen graphics, hopefully it'll look even better. But now as we cut on to later onto the first flying lap, we're coming through to the kind of hotel section underneath the hotel on the left here in 2nd gear. Very awkward sort of section, actually. You just have to kind of wait for the car to kind of roll through the corners almost in 2nd and 3rd gear, but we've navigated it quite well through the final last 2 corners. 2nd last corner there, now the final corner, chuck it in down to 3rd gear, 2nd briefly actually, then back into 3rd on the exit, and we're going to come through squirrely on the exit there actually, but we've come through for a very tidy lap. And as we cut on later onto the session, I'm fast forwarding here, looking at all the cars going out on the track, and it looks like we might be good enough for pole position. You can see there we're up in the first and third sector and down in the second sector, so I suspect that's going to be our straight line speed. I've gone for a bit more downforce than I might usually go for, just because we want a bit more comfortability in the race, obviously, for the first and third sector. But in the second sector, we might be losing some straight line speed. But we're coming to the end of our second flying lap, and we've gone even faster. So pole position, you must say, is pretty much guaranteed here for the final race. And that is the way I wanted to end the last qualifying session here for this series.
The crowd loved that qualifying performance by Sebastian Vettel. He made it look easy.
Well, he's on the front row and on the clean side of the grid, so unless he gets a poor start, the other drivers might have trouble getting anywhere near him tomorrow.
It's 5 o'clock in the evening here in Abu Dhabi as the teams prepare for the start of the race. This fascinating event will see the cars start in daylight and finish the race in twilight. A challenge of concentration for even the most talented driver. It's Sebastian Vettel who's in the driving seat in today's race. He's on pole and he'll be hoping he can get to the first corner unscathed, because if he does, he could be on his way to a race win.
He'll want to end this weekend on a high after yesterday's fantastic performance, but he's going to have a lot of competition. I doubt he'll be expecting an easy race, especially considering the teams around him.
This is going to be the 28th time that a Drivers' World Championship will have been decided on the very last race of the season. It's been a thrilling year, so who's going to end it this weekend by being crowned world champion?
Seb's been there so many times before, and you just can't buy that level of experience. I wouldn't put it past him to go out there and add another title to his already impressive tally.
So here we are on the grid for Abu Dhabi, feeling pretty damn calm, to be honest. We're here on pole position. We can try and go for that win. We've basically essentially got the title on the bag, but you know, you never know, so knock on wood, you never know. Let's hope we can have a clean race and just get to the end and just, you know, have some fun for the final race here in Sebastian Vettel's Ferrari. It's been a fantastic season. We've had so many great battles. I'm hoping we can just send off this season with a bang here at Abu Dhabi. It's going to be a two-stop option prime, super softs and the soft tyres. So that's going to be a pretty standard strategy. So here we are, revving up to 5 red lights. We go to 4, now 5 for the final time this season, and we're off in this Ferrari. We're down to second place immediately. Hamilton's had a brilliant start. Rosberg's had a great start, and we've been bogged down to third place at the moment. Kimi Räikkönen goes down my inside. We're going to stick around the outside. We're going wheel to wheel with our teammate here. So not the best of starts as per usual in this season, but we're going side by side with Kimi. Can we try and get it back into third place and hopefully not lose another position off the start here in the opening lap? We go down round the outside, locked up horribly though, and Kimi has completely got past us, and now we got Ricciardo there going around outside. So the Australian has done us down the inside of the hairpin. He's actually got away from us quite a lot there, and now we've got to a Bottas going side by side with us. You can see him in the mirror. He tacks in behind us now. Can we get the slipstream on the Australian in the Red Bull? Yes, we are. Look at that slipstream in 8th gear, getting the toe, and we swoop to the left-hand side, and we're back up to 4th place. So quite a poor start, you must say, on the opening lap as you come through to the next section now, down to 4th place from pole position. So lost 4 places there. Not the best of starts, but as I said, you know, we're just going to try and enjoy it. We've got the pace here at Abu Dhabi, clearly, because we've got pole position. So hopefully we can come back, compose ourselves, just breathe a little bit, calm, and try and come back at these guys, and hopefully we'll get on the back of Räikkönen soon enough. Talking about Räikkönen, let's look at the start he had from the 5 red lights. So you can see there, both Mercedes absolutely mug me on the start there. Now Räikkönen goes down the inside, and we kind of go side by side for pretty much the next section here. You can see on the right hand in the corner, just my front wing and my wheel, you can see coming through. Then here I gain a bit, but then Räikkönen has a better racing line and comes swooping round on the left hand side. Now here is the point where he just completely gets ahead. I lock up horribly there, going so deep into the corner, and Räikkönen just sails past for 3rd place. So Räikkönen, good start for him. Hamilton out in 1st place, Rosberg 2nd. Remember, if he finishes in 1st place, I have to finish no lower than 5th. So right now, all very calm. And now looking onto the back straight replay, you can see Bottas going side by side with Ricciardo. And Ricciardo, actually, he gave up the position to me very easily, obviously, with straight line speed of the Renault. But he's having a bit of a fight there with Bottas, but eventually Bottas gets him. And now his teammate, Felipe Massa, is going to try and make a move on Ricciardo. Going around the outer on the right-hand side, we're looking on board with Maldonado looking at the battle up ahead. And Massa just about gets there there. A bit of contact made, but I think that's Massa just round the outside. But no, actually Ricciardo still side by side. So the Honey Badger is sticking it in there and trying to fight as hard as he can, as much as he may. But it's just no use. The Williams has superior traction there, and the Williams eventually gets it. So now it's Hamilton from Rosberg, from Raikkonen, then me, then Bottas, and then Massa, then Ricciardo. So there we are. There is Raikkonen in third place, Rosberg, and then Hamilton out in front. Obviously, Hamilton, that's the best place he can be. He just needs to try and finish in that position and hope that I kind of fall down the order, but I'm not going to let that happen. We cut on to lap 6. You can see my front left tyre getting a bit hot there through the final corner, but we're right behind Raikkonen now on lap 7. We'll be closing him for the next last 6 laps. So as I said, just keep the composure. We do have the pace here. We got pole, so I do think we have the pace to at least get the podium back. So let's try and close up on Kimi. As we go through that right hand, you can see the front 2 tyres getting really red there on the temperature scale, getting very hot as they scrub some hot rubber across the circuit. So now we're right behind Raikkonen on towards the middle part of lap 7. Coming through, we should have DRS now, so we're waiting for that line. It should come about now, and we open the DRS, getting the toe, getting the slipstream. Can we make a move on Raikkonen? Where we're going to go around the outside on the right hand side of the circuit, down the end, around the outside of Raikkonen. That's a pretty easy move, you must say, for third place. Raikkonen didn't put up much of a fight, but I can't blame him. He's our teammate. We've got quite a good relationship, Vettel and Raikkonen, so I don't think he would have put up too much of a fuss. And while that was happening, I think it was around lap 5, Rosberg took the lead of the Grand Prix here, so he gets a beautiful slipstream on Hamilton and managed to get first place in the Grand Prix. I think that was around lap 5, so that's not good for Hamilton. That's Hamilton's going to be a bit angry about that. But on to lap 8 now. We come in for our pit stop. You can see that annoyingly Kimi Raikkonen comes in at the same time, so he's going to be double stacking, unfortunately. That's just a very annoying thing with the AI this year. And again, you can see, oh my god, the 2 Mercs are double stacking as well. So that's going to be a bit of a kerfuffle there for both our teams. We come out, we've made our pit stop. Thankfully, we are the first of the Ferraris coming into the pit stop, and we're coming out in second place, it looks like. And Hamilton has taken the lead back of the Grand Prix, so I don't know how that's happened, because we saw Rosberg overtaking Hamilton on the straight around lap 5, so Hamilton must have got him just before the pit entry. So we're looking at the replay now, and here it is. Rosberg, yeah, he was second going into the pit entry, and you just get stuck, obviously, double stacked like Raikkonen did before. After my stop, so Rosberg has to kind of play second fiddle there. Obviously understandable, because Hamilton is the one in the championship fight. I believe Rosberg's like 60 points back. So right now on lap 9 we're second place, Hamilton is first, Rosberg third, and I believe Raikkonen then is fourth place. So we're now chasing down Hamilton, and suddenly we've gone from fighting for third place, just a solid podium, to maybe fighting once more for this race win a bit earlier than I expected here in this Grand Prix. So as I said at the beginning of this video, it'd be absolutely amazing to kind of finish off this season with a bang, to try and get the win. Kind of a full Sebastian Vettel-esque sort of way to go to the Grand Prix. You know, we've seen in the past, he's always concentrated on the win, the best positions here. And lap 13, look at this slipstream we have on Hamilton. It's just a bit too easy there with the slipstream and our lower downforce. And we've made the move for first place, and we're leading this Grand Prix. And that will probably be Hamilton sinking his heart in the cockpit, because he literally has no way of winning the championship if I'm leading this race. There's no foreseeable permutation of him leading the championship with me winning this race. But he goes down the inside now on lap 14 and tries to get the lead back, so fair play to him. He's got some fighting spirit left in him. We're going side by side down to the next part of the section. I believe I'll have DRS, I think. No, he has DRS, but we're just about getting side by side with him still saying with him with the DRS. Down the inside, can we make the move stick? No, he goes around the outside. Ooh, Hamilton's done us round the outside there of that corner, and obviously that outside of the corner turns into the inside of the next one. So Hamilton back in the lead this Grand Prix, so a fantastic little scrap there with Hamilton. But now we're closing in on him into the next section. Can we make a move down the inside? We've locked up horribly there. We've gone very wide. Hamilton's kind of gone off the circuit to kind of get first place back, but fair play, I did lock up and go wide. We're still going side by side under the hotel section. There's been contact! There's been contact. We're round. Could this be the absolute disaster that we didn't want and what Hamilton wanted? We're down to third place. Will it be any more? Fourth, now fifth. This is exactly the position we need. We can't go any lower. If we go any lower than fifth right now, we will lose the championship if it ends this way. So let's look at a little replay here. Now on board with Hamilton, And from Hamilton's perspective, it just doesn't look like anything. And now we're looking at a replay here, just kind of scrolling to the part, and that's where we lose it. And this will be, yep, that's how we lose it. We bang rear tyres. So it wasn't even my front tyre. When I was racing it at the time, I thought it might have been a kind of little side pod glitch almost, but no, it just looks like we bang rear tyres, unfortunately. Very weird accident. That's a very kind of very slim chance of us locking rear tyres like that. So unfortunately, we're down to 5th place, but immediately on lap 15, we're coming back at Bottas. He's going very, very slowly there in the middle of the corner. What on earth he's doing? I'm having to jump over the curbs there because the yellow flag has been put out, and I think that is for Bottas. Bottas going so slowly there. Don't even know what he's doing. I think he may have some sort of issue. Not quite sure what it is. Maybe some sort of ERS issue, but I don't really know. But all I know is right in the middle of the corner, he just slammed to a halt. So we're up to 4th place. I'm not complaining. On lap 16, we're closing up on Kimi Räikkönen. Another yellow flag situation has been brought about, so we'll see what that's about. But we are closing up on our teammate Räikkönen as we come through. Oh my god! Oh, there's been a huge crash! Unbelievable scenes! Unbelievable, Jeff! What on earth has gone on there on lap 16? We're going to have to look at a slow-mo and some replays, but we come through. Unfucking believable. What is gone on here? Hamilton, Bottas and Räikkönen have crashed out. What a race to end on in this series. Crazy scenes. So we're on board with Bottas, and Bottas has got a puncher. So I think that's why there was a yellow flag and why he kind of slammed on the brakes or halted to a stop when we overtook him. And it's taken him an entire lap when we've already lapped around an entire lap for him to catch up. And I'm guessing here Hamilton and Bottas come to a collision, and Hamilton... Whoa, what on earth is Hamilton done? He sort of just turns into him. Hamilton, bit of an impact there with Bottas. Rosberg goes through there for 1st place. Let's look at the slow-mo here. It sort of looks like Hamilton thought Bottas was going left, and then Hamilton turned right, but Bottas also turned right, and they kind of collided. So there's that impact. Rosberg coming through there, just kind of, all right, mate, just coming through. Just Rosberg actually does really well to dodge Bottas there. Yeah, and he just comes through, takes the 1st place. Don't mind if I do. And then here's Räikkönen, and he comes through. And what the fuck was that? What was that? Räikkönen just comes through. Look at this. What on earth is happening here? The AI having a bit of a brain fart here. Räikkönen hits the barrier, then tags Bottas on the rear tyre and goes spinning. So, yeah, bit crazy there. You can just about see in the corner there. We're coming through finally, and we just nabbled these positions, and we're through into 2nd place. So, yeah, very, very, very strange crash. Just crazy scenes, but also rather funny because Räikkönen literally just smashed into the barrier. So, for all the AI being clever and racy this season, they are a bit stupid still when it comes to those sort of things. So we're into the pits now, lap 17. For our pit stop, you can see Hamilton has not actually gone too much out of the way of this Grand Prix. He's right behind us there, so Hamilton hasn't lost out too much apart from the position to me and Rosberg. So we're into the pits now, lovely little pit angle there, and we're into 2nd place right now. Rosberg in 1st, Hamilton now down in 3rd place. I believe that's Massa then in 4th, and then Bottas, Räikkönen somewhere down the order. But now we're on to lap 18, we're on the prime tyres, we've got 10 laps left of this Grand Prix, and so far so good really. It's been an absolutely hectic Grand Prix, it really has. What a way to end the season, and it could still get better for us because after that unbelievable scenes, we are on the back of Rosberg now on lap 23. We've got 5 laps to go. Can we get Nico for 1st place and end this championship how Vettel would want to do it maybe in real life if he was ever in this situation in a Ferrari? So we're right on the back of Rosberg, getting the slipstream on the pit straight no less without DRS. This is going to be a very standard kind of pure racing move. We can make it stick around the outside. Rosberg does well to defend, and I've got no DRS to help me at this point, but we're trying to make a move. We stick behind him now. We do the little switch back, little dummy there, trying to go on the right hand side once more as we did a little dummy on the left. Can we go round the outside of Rosberg this time? This is where we went horribly wide on Räikkönen on the opening lap, but this time we go down the inside. We have to cut the corner there a little bit, but I wanted to give Rosberg enough room, so that's why we cut the corner there. But now onto the end of the back straight, down the inside. Rosberg locks up a little bit. I do as well. Now Rosberg goes down the inside. It's still side by side. This is crazy. For an entire half lap, 3/4 to a lap, we have literally been battling in side by side. Now Rosberg does a very weird thing. goes nearly off track there, but we've got DRS. We go down the inside into the braking zone. Can we make it stick? He's going to have the better line for the next part of the corner, and he does go down the inside, but we just about get it maybe. No, Rosberg goes round the outside. What brilliant battling this is with Rosberg, and Rosberg manages to keep it in first place. We're getting the slipstream on him. Can we try and make a move down the inside like we did on Hamilton this time? Hopefully not locking up. No, we can't. Rosberg locks up, so we're going to close in on him, but wow, what a battle that was on lap 24. Now on lap 25, a bit of an easier move with DRS down the inside, locking up, hit the apex, park it on the apex, and we've got first place now, finally in the Grand Prix. And wow, that was an absolute stunner of a battle. But now on lap 26, Rosberg comes back at us now with DRS. We're going to try and break round the outside. We should have the inside for the next corner, and hopefully, yes, we will. We squeeze out Rosberg, and thankfully we can defend quite well for first place. Losing the rear end a little bit. Obviously, getting to the end of the Grand Prix, the tyres are not feeling too amazing, so we have to be wary of that. But now, onto the final lap of the Grand Prix. Look at this. Hamilton is now in second place. He's just overtaken Rosberg with DRS on the back straight. Now into this next mini straight. Here he comes with DRS on the right hand side of the circuit. This is a battle for first place, a three-way battle. Rosberg tries to have a little move at me. I brake very hard into the inside of the corner. I make the corner very tight for Hamilton. We come back in first place, defend very well from him. Hamilton in second, Rosberg third. And so now we come through the final corner to take the winner Abu Dhabi and take the World Drivers' Championship with Vettel.
Thank you, boys. Unbelievable. Yes. Great drive. Well done. Slow switch down. Numero uno is back. Top class. Yes! Sì, ragazzi! Oh! Grazie mille, ragazzi. Grazie! Dai, forza Ferrari! Ferrari's back.
Bring it home again, in the gauge.
Let me quote. Yeah. I know what I'm doing.
And it's a race win, but more importantly, a Drivers' World Championship title for Sebastian Vettel. I can't think of a more deserving winner this year.
Seb's been awesome, hasn't he? And to actually do it in style by winning the race, well, it just goes to show how dominant this now 5-time winner of the Drivers' Championship is.
That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye, and see you again next time.
What a season, and what a final race. What a way to end it. We win the last Grand Prix with Sebastian Vettel, and we take the World Drivers' Championship for Ferrari. What an immense season that has been. There is the trophy, champion, awesome, and pole trophy as well. We also got the most pole positions, so we do get the pole trophy as well from the FIA. Absolutely amazing, and just what a season, and what a way to kick off like the entire year's coverage of this game. Just wow, guys. Thank you so much for the support as well over the series. You guys have freaking loved this, and I hope this series was what most of you guys wanted. Just absolutely awesome racing, pure gameplay, and just epic stuff. And I'm also so happy because it's our first championship, I believe, with Ferrari. On this channel, I really haven't done much with the actual Team Ferrari in career mode. So this is also sort of special in a way. Our first championship with a Ferrari team. So I've seen plenty of comments over the series with some Italian fans or some Ferrari fans that are very happy that I've been doing Ferrari for this first season. So absolutely awesome. Forza Ferrari here for Sebastian Vettel to get the World Drivers' Championship. We couldn't quite get the Constructors, but you know what? I don't care. The Drivers' Championship is more than enough. Absolutely amazing. Guys, just what a season. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed that one. And if you have enjoyed this entire season and this episode, smash that like button, guys. Comment below on what you thought. always love reading your comments, love interacting with you guys over the course of this season. There have been some great moments in the comments, just interacting with you guys about the races and whatnot. And yeah, if you're new around here, then do subscribe for daily Formula 1 content just like that. Oh, damn. And now we go on to more stuff. We go on to Season 2. Now, guys, Season 2, if you guys want to see Season 2 kick off straight away tomorrow with Episode 1 of Season 2, I'm going to set a target for you guys. If we can get 3,500 likes on this episode, over that target, before tomorrow, 7 PM, Episode 1 will go live tomorrow at 7 PM UK time, and we'll kick off Season 2. I'm not going to reveal who we're going to drive as. I will leave that till 7 PM. I'll leave you waiting. But all I can say is, guys, for those who've been subscribed for a long while, you're going to enjoy it. We're going to go back to what this channel has been kind of, you know, the thing that my channel's known for, really. The big edited episodes. We're going to go back. We're going to bring back all the editing we've seen. If you're new around here, I've gained quite a few new people since F1 2015 come out. So if you don't know what I mean, I'm hoping the old viewers will fill you in. But also, if you want to see some references, go back to my channel on F1 2014 Ultra Mod Career Mode. There's a whole playlist, and you'll know what I mean by fully edited. We're going to bring back what has basically essentially been the trademark of my channel for Season 2. It's going to be just really good to be back to that, you know, stage. Season 1, this was all about the gameplay, enjoying the game for what it is. But now, Season 2, we're going to bring back the editing, bring back all the story. We're going to bring back what I believe is all about career mode. Not just the racing, the entire thing around it, the story, the relationships between drivers, everything. It's going to be back with a bang for Season 2. So if you want to see that kick off tomorrow, 7 PM, let's try and target 3,500 likes for this episode, and it will go live straight away at 7 PM tomorrow. Not going to reveal who the driver is. You guys can wait till 7 PM. You can still vote. I'll put a link in the description. You can still vote for the driver. I'm yet to record Episode 1, so you can still vote for your favourite driver, who you want me to drive as. There's 3 choices, so link in the description for that. But yeah, guys, what a season that has been. Forza Ferrari for Sebastian Vettel. What a great season. Again, give it a like if you did enjoy it. Comment below when you thought. If you're around here, then do subscribe for daily Formula 1 content. I've been aarava. It's been a pleasure to make this series for you guys, and I can't wait for Season 2. Till then, goodbye. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.